Welcome! This is Group 6, and this here is our presentation. The first important question to address when talking about deaf culture is, what is language? It can be verbal like English, or use signs and gestures like ASL. The important thing to note here is that language is not limited to sound. ASL is still considered a language despite it not being spoken. It is the deaf community's natural language, but despite this, only 72 million out of the 446 million people who are deaf use sign language. This statistic should come as a shock. It is mainly due to the lack of resources available to the deaf community. Statistics have shown that only 2% of deaf individuals receive their education in ASL. Instead, deaf individuals should be able to learn in a language that they are most comfortable with, like sign language, so that they can build a strong language foundation. In his hometown, Thomas Gallaudet came across Alice Cogswell, a young deaf girl who had not yet learned a way of communicating. Thomas sat with her and wrote HAT on the dirt beneath them. He was pleasantly surprised when she wrote the letters back to him. This inspired him to learn how to teach the deaf. Alice's father showed Thomas a book of sign language, created by the headmaster of the Royal Institute of the Deaf and Dumb in Paris. Thomas traveled to Europe to learn more about sign language. In Paris, he met Laurent Clerc. He studied the way he taught and asked him to join him back to America to teach sign language here. And with his help, Thomas was able to establish the American School for the Deaf, the first of its kind. More schools for the deaf were created throughout the country, most notably Gallaudet University. Edward Gallaudet, Thomas's son, continued his father's legacy and brought higher education to the deaf community.